So I got a request to do a video on fear. And yes, Seabass, I'm gonna do one for profiling just for you. I can't remember the actual question, but that doesn't mean I wasn't paying attention. So just imagine a question about fear. And let's see if today's dose of vitamin D does the trick. So fear, if you're asking about it, you probably want to get over something you're afraid of. Am I right? Am I right? I'm probably right. Now, I did a podcast a couple years ago about fear. Just go to totaljanarchy.com. You'll see the podcast there. It's episode 3. And I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can find it easy, okay? Let's back up, okay? What is fear? Lorikism defines it as a feeling induced by a perceived danger or threat, okay? The key word is perceived. We're going to circle back around to this. Could be physical, emotional, or mental even, okay? For example, it's easy to understand fear of, like, an alligator with a chainsaw. That's physical, okay? It could kill you or whatever. But other fears might not be as simple to grasp. Maybe you fear talking to strangers, okay? Other people might not understand this. It's a mental threat. Maybe it's a threat to your confidence if something goes wrong. Maybe you fear appearing foolish. You fear rejection, whatever. So now that we've defined fear, the next important step is to determine if it's legit or not. How dare you, sir? Don't judge me for my fear. Hang on a second before you get defensive there, Sparky. Not all fears are created equal. There's rational fear and irrational fear. Rational fear is something that presents a clear and present danger, okay? The idiot in the next lane swerving because they're texting while driving, a rattlesnake next to your toddler, you get the idea, okay? Irrational fear is something that doesn't present a clear and present danger. The problem is our minds convince us that everything we fear is rational, okay? It rationalizes it. I know, go figure. And the media likes to play on irrational fears to make them seem more likely to happen and to make them more, they convince us that they're rational. Now, remember when I said that the key word is perceived danger? Perceived? I'm talking about irrational fear here. Just because we perceive a danger doesn't mean that one actually exists. We must keep in mind that fear is a product of our minds, okay? It is there in our minds that fear exists. And it is there, the mind, where it must be killed. Its lair. Kill it in its lair, okay? Now, one first step that helps tremendously is to recognize that a fear is irrational, okay? When we fear something in the future, we like to focus and obsess over the likelihood that something that we fear is going to happen, okay? But we can also consider the possibility that it won't happen. Why don't we focus on that, okay? So if we fear something that's not an actual threat, we are engaging in our own fantasy, right? It's a fiction, okay? It hasn't happened yet. So we think the event or external thing or circumstance is the source of our fear. But really, we are the source, okay? Our mind is the source of the fear. If you feed it, it'll grow stronger, okay? If you starve it, it will lose its power. So that's one thing to keep in mind. It takes practice. Build awareness and step back and just contemplate the thing that you fear. Is it rational? Is it irrational? If it's irrational, think about why it's irrational, and that might help you. The other step that you'll probably hear people commonly say to overcoming fear is to confront it, all right? You can confront it all at once, which may take tremendous courage to do, or you can gradually acclimate yourself to the thing you fear, okay? This is the same process as expanding your comfort zone, all right? Take something that makes you uncomfortable. If we retreat to our comfort zone, the comfort zone doesn't grow, okay? You spend more energy retreating and trying to stay in your comfort zone in the long run than you do actually getting your comfort zone to grow. The more your comfort zone grows, the less things make you uncomfortable and the less energy you expend. Does that make sense? I promise you, growth happens when you go outside your comfort zone, all right? So, like, if you fear public speaking, for example, slowly build up a tolerance for it. That's the way to overcome it, okay? There's lots of other tricks you can do to help with that process, that particular thing. But the only way to get over the fear of it is to actually do it. Do it a little bit at a time. Work your way up, okay? You don't have to do it all at once. Slowly expand your comfort zone, okay? Don't expect immediate results. Just focus on making small progress. And don't judge yourself, okay? It takes time. Just keep at it, right? If someone else was able to overcome the same thing that you fear, then you can too, okay? You have what it takes. Here's another example. If you fear rejection, okay, one trick is to just go out and plan to be rejected. I'm serious. Make it into a game, right? Take the pressure off yourself. What this does is it allows you to be rejected and be unaffected by it. You're going to learn that it's not so bad if you change your mindset about it, okay? If you change the way you think about it, it becomes no big deal, all right? Just go out and see how many times you can get rejected, okay? Take away its power, right? Now, this was a longer video today, but those are some things that I want you to try out and consider and start trying to implement. So just put them into practice, okay? And I suggest listening to that podcast because it's really good. Pick up a book on fear, right? One book I recommend is called The Science of Fear by Dan Gardner. It's good stuff. I'll leave a link in the description. And another good book that I recommend is called Who Dares Wins by Bob Mayer. Okay, he was a Green Beret. He's a nice guy. I chatted with him on Twitter. I think it was Twitter. Anyway, but try them out. Give it a shot. Practice. Work at it. Don't expect immediate results, and don't judge yourself. Okay, if you're not getting, just focus on small progress and confront your fear and start changing your mindset about it. Okay, fear is a product of our mind. All right, it's there that you kill fear. Anyway, that's it for today. You can overcome your fear. I'm telling you. If you like these videos, please subscribe on YouTube, okay? I really need to quit my job at Neiman Marcus.